What's going on, XDA and YouTube? Superbass here, and if you already have TWRP installed, which is your custom recovery, and you want to revert back to your stock recovery for whatever reason, this is how you do it. So from whatever ROM you're on, I'm going to use the stock ROM, and we're going to go to our settings and we're going to enable developer options. I already have it, but if you don't have it already, what you would do is click about phone and start tapping on the build number until it says developer unlocked. Okay, but I already have it, so it's already unlocked, and here it is right here. And click developer options, and we're going to want to enable USB debugging. Click OK. Your computer will beep a few times, and now your phone is ready to go. Okay, let's move up to the laptop here. Okay, from here you're going to need a few things. Okay, you're going to want the custom recovery, which I created a folder, my little folders right here. And we want the V321 stock recovery, which is going to look like this. And we're going to want to download the recovery right here. See the little download button right there? Click download. And it's downloading right here. So now you see it, it's down there, so I want it to take me to it. There it is right there in my downloads folder. You're going to want to extract it, however you want to extract it. I use the stock Windows 10. Okay, so here it is. So here's your custom recovery. Okay, so what I normally do is I create a copy of it, and you're going to want to go to your ADB folder, and it's typically under your C drive, and here's your ADB. If you don't know what ADB is, you're going to want to download 15-second ADB installer. That's what I use, and I just Google it, and it should be like the top link. There it is right there from your beloved XDA. And you're going to want to download this and install it. It's going to ask you to install 2 drivers, and you're going to click yes. I think one's a generic Samsung driver. I've noticed on Windows 8 and Windows 10 I've been having some ADB driver issues with this particular Huawei SM82, and the way I got around that was I installed their software. I think it's called Hi software from Huawei, or I think it's called Hi Suit. There it is, and you're going to want to download that. You don't necessarily need this, and people say you don't need this because it's strictly for the EMUI. You don't need the software itself. You need a specific driver it installs when this installs. So you're going to want to install this, and you're going to want to install 15-second ADB. And the way you know if your phone's working on ADB or not is you're going to want to, again, make sure developer options is enabled. You have this plugged in, and we're going to want to go to your command prompt, and we're going to want to go change this to our ADB folder, the one I showed you, which is change directory C : /ADB, and there it is. And you just type ADB devices and click enter. There's my device right here with its ID, okay? Which means my ADB is working. If you type in ADB devices and it's blank, you can't get any further. You need to figure out it's a driver issue, and in which case you'd want to go to your device manager and figure out why your phone is yellow. But if you do have a yellow exclamation mark here somewhere, I suggest installing the Hi Suit and restart your computer, and it should work. Okay, so now that you have ADB installed and you downloaded your stock recovery, you're going to want to go here, and you're going to want to paste your recovery in here. Okay, see, there it is. Now what I generally do is I rename it. Okay, so when I type in the command, I don't have to type in B321 _ stock _ P19 _ recovery.img. That's just too much. So what I do is I right click on it and I rename it, and I just renamed it to B321 recovery, which is right there. So since I already have this, I'm going to delete this. And here's a couple other recoveries too, but just, don't mind those right now. So Now we're going to take this, we're going to drag this to the side, and we are going to open our command prompt. I'll drag this to that side. Okay. So now we want to install the B321 recovery on our phone, which would revert recovery back to stock. So what you want to do is change your directory again to your ADB folder, and what I mean by that is, see this little address right here? That's where this folder is. So we want to type in change directory C:ADB. Okay, so now we're in this folder. So now we want to fast boot flash recovery space C:\ADB /B321 recovery.img. And what I mean by that is we're going to boot into fastboot, our phone will, and it's going to flash the recovery of this file right here, which is this location. It's C:\ADB B321 recovery. C:\ADB B321 recovery. And this is why we renamed it, otherwise it'd be really, really complicated to type. And one little error and you won't get it, okay? So, assuming you typed everything correctly, which again is fastboot flash recovery, then the destination of the file, all you do is click enter. It's waiting for your device, okay? So now that the computer part of it is done, what you do with your phone now is you're going to want to unplug it. You're going to want to power it off. Okay. Now to get into recovery, you would hold the the volume up rocker, but to get into our bootloader, we're going to want to hold the volume down rocker. So volume down, hold it, hit the power button, and when you see the logo, let go of the power button. Let go. Now you're in your fast boot, okay? Notice how it says phone unlocked because we've already unlocked our phone and got the code from Huawei. Now notice when I'm going to plug this in real quick, and notice the screen, it's going to happen really quick, okay? And you'll see it's success or whatever. It only takes a second. So what we're going to do is plug it in. It's writing the recovery. There's no error messages anywhere. Boom, now we're back to stock recovery, okay? So now all you do is unplug your phone, hit the power button, let the phone restart totally, and it should boot back into whatever ROM. Hopefully it should be the stock ROM by now, otherwise you'll have problems. Let it boot up. So the phone works. We didn't brick our phone. What we're going to want to do is power it down again, because we're going to want to test the recovery and make sure it changed from TWRP to our custom recovery. So the way you test that is you hit the power button, power it off, and to get into your recovery now, you're going to hold the volume up rocker and the power button. And when you see the logo, take your hand off the power button, and you should see the stock recovery, not the TWRP anymore. And there it is.